By the end of the 1980s, the oversized flagships of the Hungarian economy were unable to adjust to the changing tides in the sea of new markets and ran aground one after the other. For decades, Medicor had been a world leader with their medical instruments. However, they too bottomed out in this virtual sea despite the fact that they had an internationally recognised development team sitting in their office just waiting for new challenges. However, none arrived, so they took the wheel and set sail on their own course.
89 was the year of our foundation. It was also the year of big changes when we were suddenly given the chance to show what a small company like ours was really capable of. A company that was no longer part of the state structure.
Did you dive in head first without thinking?
Yes, we all did. It was a collective move, and I feel that everybody did all they could with all their heart.
We started off working in this company based on the professional experience we'd gained at Medicor. First, we commenced smaller, low-volume development projects, and we later tackled much larger tasks that required a much higher level of investment.
We did everything out of enthusiasm. We stayed in the office at nights and on weekends. We sort of felt that we wanted to prove ourselves and show everybody what we were capable of.
Your performance and the way you work is how you prove yourself to your company, your colleagues and yourself. That's only natural. This wasn't a compulsion to perform on our part, but rather a desire to do our best. I could simplify things by saying I just enjoy working here.
I previously worked at Medicor. I started there after finishing university. I work in the same field today too, but unfortunately I don't do precisely the same job. I used to be a development engineer, but I'm involved in management now. True, in our dreams we nurtured an idea about creating a company as big as Medicor was, but naturally we didn't believe that we really could achieve that. However, today I feel it might not be all that impossible.
When comparing this company to those you worked for in the past, why do you say that you feel better here and that you can do more here than you've ever done before?
The main reason is that this company is developing while all others were vegetating or already on their way down. They were all state-run research centres or large plants vegetating after privatisation. There are no small change problems in this company. If we need some new apparatus, equipment or whatever, we buy it. So we've really got everything we need for research and development.
Did you know where you were going to be at the turn of the century, or have the results surprised you?
I anticipated slightly slower, more gradual progress. I'm a little conservative when it comes to things like this. I like to be completely certain about each and every step along the way. It's possible I'm wrong about this, because if you move forward at a faster pace, you know what you're doing, you've got a little luck on your side, and if the environment's right too, then progressing faster is far more effective. But it's also more risky.
You've accepted the risks so far. Will you continue to do so?
We've always taken certain risks, within limits. We've always moved more quickly than a cautious company would have. Till now, we've always known what we were doing. And we've also had our share of luck too, there's no doubting.
Innomed started off as a small company in the medical instrument industry and simultaneously began the development of both EKG diagnostic devices and X-ray equipment. Over the past 3 years, they've been working on their second-generation instruments, whose quality and design have been recognised by technological and design awards, standards awards, and also their export sales figures. Here in Hungary, this medium-sized company, which boasts 130 highly qualified employees, has become a market leader in the area of EKG equipment. What is it that makes your units fare so well on the market?
Our sales policy was always to be a little cheaper than the competition in all areas. The aim was to have people sense that these were cheaper units, but to ensure that the features of the units and our after-sales service were better than anyone else's. Looking at our new family of units, I can confidently say that they look far better than the competition.
We always try to utilize the latest advances and the newest technological results in our work. These encounters with new ideas really enthuse us.
The atmosphere here is very good, and the people know that they're not machines. They know that the work they're doing will eventually embody itself in a product that will be a credit to them, and they know that. This draws young people here and keeps them here, even though we know that they're being lured away financially on a daily basis.
We try to vary the composition of our staff so that new graduates come to work for us. But naturally, we're very selective.
You only take the best.
Only the best make it here, and this shows. It's an incredible drawing power. Young people bring new knowledge, ideas and approaches, and our older colleagues want to become familiar with these too, so that they can prove that they also know these things.
In spring this year, Innomed was awarded the highest-ranked innovation award in Hungary, the Hungarian Innovation Grand Prize, for the development of a new family of high-frequency X-ray generators. The devices operate according to a new principle, and apart from the technical advantages, their lower radiation better safeguards the health of patients and X-ray personnel. As a result of this exceptionally quick and effective innovation, the generator family is now in use in over 500 Hungarian hospitals and has also broken into markets in Germany, Russia and the United States. Have you calculated how many man-hours have gone into this innovation award?
It can only be counted in engineering years.
How many engineering years then?
About 20 or 30 engineering years have gone into this product, if we included the earlier models. An X-ray product like this requires a 3 to 5 year design period.
Is it right to say then that you're all set?
I'd say we've reached a certain level of saleability. We'll never be all set. We've never been all set, in my opinion. That's not a good way to be. You always have to sense, you always have to know what the next step will be.
Does that mean that this Hungarian Innovation Award is a convertible asset throughout the world?
I definitely feel it is. We've come up against every form of competitors' products on the market, and I feel that the results of tenders have shown that we've held our own in the race.
What's it like meeting with the big-name competitors, the multinational companies that are represented all over the world?
It's getting better. There was a time when they looked down on us. There was a certain Eastern attitude towards us. We can clearly see now that they look at us in a different light. Many of our big competitors are making a move towards us in the hope of obtaining cheaper production capacities, because that's the direction their production has to move in, and we could be a possible partner in this.
I probably need to slow down a little, because my ideas arrive much faster than we can realize them. After a while, this just leads to problems of congestion. Of course, no one likes to be held back or to continually feel that they're wading in still waters at their workplace. But when you look back over the past 10 years, it seems that we never stopped, not even for a second.
So you like your company then?
Yes.
Would it be right to say that you're even proud of it?
Of course we're proud of it. This is noticeable in the fact that everyone shows their best face, does their best at work.
Our most important task is to continually watch to see if this stable organization of ours is developing in accordance with our markets and our ideas.
What's the company worth now?
We regularly size this up, but I have to add that there's a sense of loyalty in our employees who feel that the company is theirs too. The company was worth just over 1 million forints when we started. Today, its own capital base is worth around 1,342 million forint.
Could this be termed a Hungarian success story?
I think this is a very good ratio. To grow to 1,300 times our original size in 10 years.
Are you worried about Hungary joining the European Union?
No, because we're virtually in it already. All our products and the company itself have received Western European accreditation. A London-based company accredited us. We also have a medical technological directive, which means that we're capable of producing medical instruments of guaranteed quality, and we can hence label them ourselves with this CE marking.
Looking back over the past 10 to 12 years, is there anything you would have done differently?
There's nothing big that I would have done differently. We may not have fully realized the aims we set 10 to 12 years ago, but it's safe to say we're headed in the right direction.
Are you happy?
I feel I am.
Can you separate your own personal fate from that of the company?
Not really.